you?
All right, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. So
You,
for a fight that,
I know you look a little wet, dude.
yeah.
You need a ride or anything?
Nah, I think I'm good, but thank you.
You sure? Got lots of space. I won't charge you nothing.
It's
It's
okay. I
free.
got, I got my I got my bike. This is a little bit wet, so I'll
You
be
get
good.
caught in the rain, or
Yeah,
you sure you don't want to ride home, dude? You look really wet.
yeah, I'm okay, but I
You
think I'll
sure?
pass on the ride right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man be trafficked. A large portion of victims identified are women, as human trafficking has generally been seen as a crime which affects mostly women. Over time, a higher percentage of men have been identified, and it is acknowledged that men are vulnerable to human trafficking. Boys and young men are trafficked as well. In fact, recent studies show that up to 50% of trafficked youths are male. Trafficking only affects gay men. Trafficking affects males across all sexual orientations, racial and ethnic identities, socioeconomic statuses, ages, and etc. I would like to note that I feel that there was a typo when they stated that it only affects. I think they were trying to say that it affects men of all sexualities, not just specifically. So we have these two images directly in front of us. The one to the left says majority status of men and boys trafficked into exploitation. Adults, 47%, minors, 53%. In a CTDC data, just over half, 53%, of all male victims trafficked into exploitation are children. Now we have to the right. Majority status of all victims trafficked into exploitation. Blue is adult, green is minor. In comparison, the same number for all victims trafficked into exploitation is 25%. What countries has the most trafficking? Informed by qualitative and quantitative measures and expert input, the five worst scoring countries for trafficking are Libya, Eritrea, Yemen, United Arab Emirates, and Turkmenistan. So I wanted to bring this up and talk about this because for the longest possible time on this platform, I've always talked about how it is that women need to keep their head on a swivel. Women need to look out. Women need to make sure that they're fine, right? Because you have a lot of men out here who mean them harm. And the one thing that I technically did not really touch on too well, or maybe go over enough, is the fact that the exact same things happen to men. And one of the reasons I also wanted to highlight this as well is because on a lot of male platforms, you're not going to hear a lot of men decide to state that, yeah, there's some lacking there. There's some weaknesses there that, need to be accounted for. And, men need to, in a sense, tighten up. Because the main thing is a lot of men want to show off this type of bravado or what have you, that, yeah, I'm always prepared. Nothing's going to happen. I got a 360-degree angle. I never miss. It's always that type of thing to make it seem like they're the most sigma of the sigma, alpha of the alpha. And the main thing that I want to reiterate is this. There are a multitude of ways that, let's say, even somebody that is the height of Shaq, there is something by the way of devil's breath. If that is even inhaled, just even a little bit, it's over. They got you. There's nothing that you can do. All of that muscle that you've gained over the years, all of that training and hand-to-hand combat, Krav Maga, jiu-jitsu, whatever you want, all of that is done. You're not fighting something that is internally weakening you and then allowing you to now have no willpower over yourself. You have no say so, no willpower. Whatever that person wants you to do, if they tell you like, hey, I want you to go directly to your bank account and give me 1,000, you're going to do it. There's nothing that you can do. You have no control over yourself at all. So I just want to reiterate that because I feel that we live in a society where people want to put on a type of show or a type of image to make it seem like that things just won't happen to them. You have a lot of guys out here, they'll make sure to do the videos and they'll have, shirts off to show like their strength, to show that no man is going to try to sit up there and touch them. And again, to reiterate, it don't have to be the strongest of guys to try to challenge. The guy just has to be smarter. The guy just has to sit up there and plan things out. The guy just has to monitor and watch your movements. And these are the same steps that take place whenever it is that other men want to rob other men. They scout, they watch, they take note, they monitor the times, the hours, the intervals, they manage any types of changes. And then after they're done, for some of those out there, they may have watched somebody for a week. That's when they're going to strike, because they know, they've studied, they did their educative due diligence into their criminality in order to finally get the score. So again, as I've stated before, and I'm going to state again, just like I've stated to women, how this can happen to them. For a lot of men out there, this same thing can happen to you, given the right time, given the right moment, or better yet, in your case, given the wrong time. Maybe you might be sick, right? Maybe you might be focused on your kids, family issues. You may have just lost your job. You may be going through money struggles or whatever. Like I said, any time for them is always the right time to strike. So again, for a lot of men out there, always know that things can happen. Just because you're a guy, just because you're 6 foot, whatever, just because you're 250 solid muscle mass and you got this Herculean strength, it don't mean that you cannot be touched. It don't mean that you can't be treated the same way that women and children get treated out here on a daily, weekly, monthly, or a yearly basis. It doesn't mean that your body won't be found and your family will never receive justice. Always know that the same things out here that happen to others can and will happen to you.